no one's coming to your shop, no one's coming to your website, your traffic is low, you're just gonna give up? Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Staj if you're new here, and I'm the co-founder of the Edge 11 eyewear brand. And today we're gonna have a little bit of a talk. We're gonna do a little bit of a rant. I just want to, I want to chit chat a little bit today. I like to do my inspirational stuff. I like to do the vendor vlogs, but let's talk business today, okay? Let's just have a little chit chat, okay? We are getting into 2026. This is the last month of 2025. I'm just doing a lot of reflecting on what it really means and what it entails to actually be a small business owner. And let me tell you, being a business owner is not for the weak. There's a lot of ups and downs that you really have to go through. And a lot of it is sometimes people are giving you good ideas and good advice, but at the end of the day, it comes down to you actually trying and learning yourself, learning through experience. And honestly, I've had my business since 2021. We started off as a clothing boutique, and we had some ups and downs with our clothing boutique, and it didn't really pan out as expected, and we ended up pivoting to eyewear, and that has been the best pivot for us. We do still have a long way to go, but I just wanted to create this video to really talk about what it really means to be a business owner. And a lot of that involves or entails, being able to get comfortable with failure in many aspects, right? There's a lot of times where people get excited, right? You have an idea, you want to do everything for that idea. You want to create the website, the logo, you want to create your social media pages, you want to make money, obviously. Most importantly, you want to make money. But on the flip side to that, you really have to think about how much are you willing to try? How much work are you willing to do? And how long are you willing to wait? Because I've seen this in whether it be people I know or people who are just creating their brands, right? It might be just a single year where they've done their brand, they've gotten their brand off the ground, and they don't see the results or the money that they expected or anticipated, and they just give up. They just fail. And it sucks to see that, especially when you see the potential in others as another business owner. For me, my mindset is I'm willing to fail fast, right? So I'm willing to try something, right? And if it doesn't work and it fails, what else can we do next? What else can we try? And capitalize off of what does work. And I think ultimately when it comes down to being a business owner, we really have to think about, are we willing to put in the work that it really takes to build a business? Building a business is not just rainbows and butterflies and sunshine and all of that. There's going to be days where you might really question yourself. You might really question if this is worth really continuing to do. But then you also have to think about, is this something that you're truly passionate about to the point where it doesn't matter if you're not making money? You still enjoy what you want to do. And the mindset that I have is I could be doing this for 10 years, 20 years even, as long as my passion stays the same or even grows, and I'm continuing to put effort and time into the business, I know that the money will follow. I know that the customers will follow. I know that the credibility will follow. And you just have to have that mindset where you just know things are gonna work out. It might not work out today. It might not work out tomorrow. It might not work out a month from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, but it's going to work out. Because when you have the work ethic, when you have the passion, when you have the drive, all of the success will follow. And I think just in general, we've kind of gotten into this idea where if it doesn't come immediately, it's not meant to be. And in some cases that may be true, but also in other cases, I also think it's important to kind of really step outside of what you're used to seeing and look at it from a long-term perspective and really put the time and effort to see things through. If you think about it, right? If you've gone to college or high school, whatever it may be, it takes 4 years to get that degree. So if you're in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, you're going to classes, you're studying hard, you're doing your homework, you're doing all of the things you need to do, you're cramming your brain with everything from your books that you're reading. You don't get that degree, you don't get that piece of paper until 4 years later, right? So think about it from that aspect, where if you're starting a business, whether it be today, whether it's going to be in 2026, next year, and you don't see success the following year, you're just going to give up. You're just going to say, this is not worth it. I'm not meant to be doing this. You're not getting all the sales that you anticipated. You haven't gone viral in any of your videos. You know, no one's coming to your shop. No one's coming to your website. Your traffic is low. You're just going to give up? Why? What is the purpose in that? Because if it's truly a passion, if you know that you're meant to live a life where you want to create a name for yourself, you want to create a legacy for yourself, you want this to live beyond generations, why would you give up so easily? Why would you just throw it all away just because it's not working out right away? And I think it's important to really have the mindset to analyze yourself and your business. So if something isn't working out as you had anticipated, what could you either be doing more of? Could you be posting on social media a little bit more? Could you be doing more face-to-face outreach or going to more maybe vendor markets or pop-up shows to get people to familiarize themselves with your brand? Could you maybe change your website or analyze your products? Or what is it that you need to do to really get to where you want to be? And we have to stop thinking that success should be microwavable, if you will. So, you know, you want something fast, you put it in the microwave for 60 seconds, it comes out and you eat it. Well, that's not how life is going to work. That's not how businesses work. You have to put in the time, the effort to see things through. You have to try things out to see what works, what doesn't work, to really see the path forward. And my message to you, if you are looking to get into a business, start a business, or thinking about, you know, quitting your business even, I implore you to keep trying for the sake of yourself. Not just to make money, not just to, you know, see success in your business, but for the sake of yourself. Really challenge yourself and really see things through and really put in the effort. If you think about it, this is your story. This is your story. And that's how I always think about things, right? Like, if there's anything where I failed at, or, you know, something doesn't go as planned in my personal life, not even just business, my personal life, I'm like, wow, this is a chapter in my story. Like, this is how it's supposed to go. Because ultimately, something greater is always on the other side. And it sounds corny. It might sound corny, but it's really true. And you have to have the mindset where you're going to keep going regardless. So if you're looking to get into a business or start your business or pivoting your business, I suggest that you keep going. You keep going for the sake of yourself. Keep trying. Really analyze your business and see what works, and do that times 10. If you see something that it's working slightly better than, you know, another thing that you've done for your business, do that times 10. And I'm speaking from my personal experience. Like I said, we started off as a clothing brand in 2021, and now we're an eyewear brand, and we absolutely love it. And it's been much better than the clothing that we've done. We have such a long way to go, and I'm excited for this journey ahead. But you know, if we hadn't sat down and said, okay, we don't want to give this up, but we should try to pivot this in a way that would make sense, then we wouldn't have seen such growth in this past year that we've had. So yes, if you're looking to get into business, start a business, pivot your business, just think about all the things that I said today and just sit down, analyze, write down what you truly want to see for yourself and for your business, and just move forward with it. All right, y'all, that was my little rant for today. I hope you enjoyed this rant. If you have any thoughts or any comments, please leave them down below. I would love to chit chat with you guys. If you're interested in more videos like this, please subscribe and like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.